Hey, right, this is Jamila, y'all. So, I look at some of the channels of people that have divested away from certain people, and I feel as though, from what I can see, there's so many people that feel threatened spiritually, um, to the point where, when the empty seaters and the shapeshifters, when especially the empty seaters, people tend to feel heavy. Hey, blessed one. Hello, good evening. People tend to feel very threatened. They tend to feel like, oh, I feel so threatened. These people, they're trying to kill me, especially these men. Especially if you've ever had feelings for them. Um, I've seen some of them just get worse and worse to the point where you feel as though there's literally nothing there anymore. There's no soul. These are people that don't protect themselves spiritually, and they're not protected, so they can experience a wide range of different emotions or non-emotion that might make you feel some type of way about the fact that they don't care. And yeah, I am speaking of black men. Many of them, it's not that they don't care, it's just that they don't have their souls anymore. Especially the ones that are Bible thumping. The soul is gone and something else is taken over. And if they don't care, you can't care because they honestly don't care. Even if they found a rainbow, even if some of them found love in you, they just don't care because, especially some of these older men, they have already been through what they've been through, and it's literally shaped the person that they are. And so that's why they typically become every stereotype that you don't want to see. And they're very blind to the fact that the reason why you're reacting to them energetically the way that you're reacting is because they are allowing negative stuff in constantly and then thrusting it over to you. Their feelings of inadequacy, insecurity. A normal person that has a soul is not going to have a need to play those many games. And they're lost in it, literally with no control, zero control over their mind, body, and spirit. Because a lot of y'all are wondering, how could you do this to me? How could you betray me this way? How could you hurt me this way? And then you get to the point where you're being punished, berated, abused. You haven't done anything wrong. And it's a cycle that just goes and goes and goes. When you tell them, hey, you're the one that allowed this, you started this. You're the one that let it in. You're the one that decided that you were going to try to do something to hurt somebody that didn't do it to you, that wasn't planning on doing that to you. And then they start to tell themselves, well, they start to tell themselves, and I think it's that demon that's talking. They start to feel like, oh, this is a good thing that I'm doing XYZ to you. You can't feel like they owe you anything. I wouldn't, it keeps you in a perpetual negative cycle, just constant negative cycle. And they don't care. They don't want to hear the spiritual information. Leslie says, I think they think that God, I don't, you know what? Some of them do, but some of them are literally just donating their body to science. They don't care about themselves for one reason or the other. And so they figure, why should they care? They allow themselves to be a demon against you, you know? That's just like if you are a spiritualist out here that is trying to help people, then of course the devil is going to do what? The devil is going to use the person that may be closest to you. That's what they do. That's what those entities do. And trying to take spiritual responsibility for someone else is literally just like carrying that person on your back consistently and constantly carrying them on your back. And you can see the self-destruction. And in a lot of ways, a lot of us would like to save them. But unfortunately, you really can't. People have to save themselves, you know? Right, right. Yeah. And so you just have to really let go of the anger and the disappointment. You have to let go of, kind of what they did to you, Now, I've seen a lot of y'all being attacked. A lot of these people, they are literally like a catalyst, and they're just sitting there with this entity that is using their brain to communicate with you, or their mouth or their throat, using it to communicate with you, using them to communicate with you. And it is very sad when you care about somebody and they literally turn into a walking, talking shell. I think that it's all about grieving too, because you start to grieve that person almost as if they're dead, especially when somebody goes out of their way to betray you over and over and over again, hoping that this betrayal will destroy you in some kind of way. And I think being cruel to them is very kind, because I think that it will probably be the only way to wake them up, to wake up their spirit, if it is going to be. Because once somebody has just become literally the worst person towards you that you could even possibly imagine, can be very upsetting, especially if it's somebody that you once gave a fuck about. And then you get to the point where you're just protecting yourself. And do the empty seaters have anything to do? No. They literally have all freaking day to carry out their agenda, because the people that are in their lives allow them to do that. If a person, if they were like you and me and they had to work and do something and they had responsibility, surely they wouldn't have time to do what they're doing. But since there's somebody there to take care of them and to feed them and to shelter them and to provide for them, it's no need to for them to, hey, Otterly, there's no need for them to take any kind of responsibility. And I do take issue with those people, because we call those people enablers. It's exactly what they are. They are enablers. And so I think that you just have to, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done seen so many people do so many despicable things that I don't even get shocked anymore. You just kind of become desensitized to it, to where you'd rather save your emotion for something that's worth it, like happiness. And they hate to see you happy and thriving. The moment you show that you have resurrected yourself or healed yourself, they're steadily pulling at your energy, gnawing at you. Just they're just, and if a person won't accept any help, they won't accept help, they won't accept spiritual help, and you know what's in store for them. You know that eventually that entity is going to kill them. The body is going to kill the body eventually. That's why they need so much supply. And they're getting weaker, at least from what I can feel, is that they start to get weaker. I don't want to necessarily say that death is imminent. You don't, because you don't want to be that hopeless about the situation. But when somebody decides, I'm going to spend every waking day of my life trying to destroy you, that's a very cancerous thing. It's a sign of cancer, somebody dying, you know? It's the truth. And you who wants people that they probably cared about at some point? Because when I care about a person, I don't stop necessarily caring. I don't. I'm not that type of person, but I will disconnect emotionally and totally disassociate any emotion that I have. And anger and passion is an emotion, but I think that a lot of us are just extremely frustrated with people and the things that they have done and that they have allowed themselves to do, and then try to make it about you and the way that you are. And it's like, well, if you've done all that you could for a person and you know that they are trusting in an entity that is going to destroy them, it is extremely sad. It is. That's why so many people are divesting themselves, and this is happening so often in the Black community. I don't know if y'all heard about Brother Polite, but I can tell by looking at him that he's possessed. And it's just like staring in the face of a demon. It is. And they are affecting us even though we don't want them to. In fact, let me light up my protection jar. All of the ignorance of these Black males is affecting Black women, even though we don't want it to. It's still affecting us in very negative, major ways, especially if your father is like that. Goodness gracious, you know? And a lot of them have given up on life. They'll tell you when you're in your 30s that you're over the hill. They'll tell you that, it was, and when you think back about self, here's the thing. You got to be careful believing in what the demon says to you, because some people will believe in what the demon says. It'll have all kinds of evil things to say to you, and the way that I see it is that literally and honestly, they're being pulled into the grave, and they're allowing themselves to. They were allowing themselves to be pulled into an early grave. I honestly have never in my life seen a 40-year-old man give up on life. It's very scary. Go off into a depression, let everybody down in his life. Everybody. Okay. And you know what? a lot of black women that have died, especially from black men. Black men are at the bottom of the fucking totem pole. They are, and they want to pull us down there with them. They want to pull the black woman down there with them because they feel, oh, we're just going to die and maybe go to another reality because they've been bamboozled and hoodwinked again. They've been bamboozled and hoodwinked again. Even though we don't have physical slavery, a lot of black men are under mental slavery. And they love it because it takes away any responsibility. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You know, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They don't give a fuck about their own future. They'll try to fuck up your future, you know. And you know it's bad when they come all the way over to your neck of the woods and try to destroy your family. It's like, God damn, you done already destroyed your own shit and now you can't talk them out of it either. So a lot of them have been bamboozled. Wrap thee with cotton and bind thee with love, protection from pain, surrounds like a glove. May the brightest of blessings surround thee this night. The thou art cared for, healing thoughts sent in flight. Yeah, it's pretty sad. What has become of a lot of people, even people that you tried to save them. You did, tried to tell them. They didn't want to listen. You know, what else can you do? You try to talk to somebody and talk some sense into them, and they're not listening. They're listening to other men that are more possessed than they are. So that's why you see these black men out here attacking black women. They'll attack you in your bedroom. They'll attack you in, you know, in every way. So, and it's because they don't care about themselves. People treat you the way that they treat themselves. And, you know, even though they're acting as though they don't care or their behaviors that they don't care, but you know, that's because a lot of them literally are under demonic possession, and it's not a beautiful woman. It's not. It's not a beautiful woman. They'll try to convince you of that. No, they under something or worse. You can hear their soul crying, but they just, the block is religion. That's the block. So they don't want to listen to spiritualists. They want to discredit us and say, oh, you're stupid. I'm going to make you look dumb. Really? What do you do? What do you do? I'm going to try to put your children in danger. I'm going to try to do harm to you. That's a person that's under possession, you know? Well, crazy though. I was actually going to watch that movie next called The Crazies. It's almost like that movie. And you're like, are you crazy? And on their side of the fence, sorry, y'all, it's like Armageddon. But on your side of the fence, you're building and they're going down and you're building. So that's why they're so negative and they're just doing everything that they can. Some of us were very lucky that we didn't get killed. They could have killed us. They could have literally taken our lives. Like to the point where, you don't wake up in the morning, to the point where your life is over, you know? And so many of us are very lucky that we are even here. And we want to grab them, by the neck and shake them until they wake up. It's almost like when somebody's in a deep sleep and you just want to grab them and shake them or slap them and say, wake the fuck up. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? you know? And their justification, well, they have no justification. How you know they haven't tried? Oh, well, ain't nobody. You mean like physically blessed one? Or you mean like with poison or something? I haven't been physically attacked by a man in years. But I did get physically attacked years ago. I was in a position years ago that I thought that I was gonna die. I thought that he was gonna kill me. I'd rather do something else. That's why I distance myself spiritually. Oh yeah. Well, that's true. But blessed when there's a lot of people that are very, very sensitive that are still being attacked. Okay. And they can feel these spiritual attacks. And then also our businesses are under attack. I've had this man trying to block my money for the past month. He started at the beginning of August, been trying to block me. It's not about blocking my money. It's about blocking people from getting help. It's about hating on others. It's about hate. It's about, I know the power of this person. I know what this person can do for people. And I don't want nobody to feel good because I don't feel good. So that's what that's about. Did you? I'm sorry to hear that. I always say that whenever something like that happens, another door is opening. And definitely I don't want to control them. I heard somebody say that I was trying to make it seem like I was controlling a man. No, I ain't never said that. I ain't never been that way. Yeah, I'm not a prison warden and I'm not a slave master or a puppet master. I am a witch. I'm a mother. I am a healer. I'm a lover. Okay. So I don't try to psychologically program people and nah, that's no fun to me. Matter of fact, especially when it comes to having a man, if I'm gonna have a man, he gotta be there because he wants to be there. I'm just I'm just saying. People try to act like, oh, well, that changes when you get older. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. This whole young old thing, everybody, if you're lucky, you're gonna make it to my age. If you lucky. Seriously. You being trolled? Oh God, bless one. Oh God. It's been nonstop. I'm angry at you because I couldn't control you. I couldn't control how people saw you. I couldn't control how you saw yourself. And you can just feel it. It seemed like they're going to eventually give out, like they're going to give out, like their bodies are going to give out. And trust me, it's not just your men, it's your fathers. I was so hurt the last time I had spoke to my father. He was clearly under some kind of possession. And they'll say Jesus and the Bible, and you know what the Bible says, the Bible says, oh my God. Well, what do you say? So I just let go. Uh-huh, pretty much. So a lot of y'all, your fathers, your men, your baby daddies, they're under possession by a demon. And it sort of exonerates them from their responsibility, but responsibility is not that difficult. I handle lots of responsibility on a daily basis, and I love it. I love what I do. I have plenty of energy. I have been getting pulled on though for the past month straight. And what I do is I anoint my whole body with olive oil, is what I do. My crown, my throat, my chest. So, and I just relax. I do. I relax and because you can tell, I can tell when they start attacking me, or either they're talking about you, they're doing something. I literally, what I found myself doing is battling with this fucking demon all day that is being, that is using somebody else to attack me. And all this person has to do is not allow the demon to do that and ask for an exorcism incantation and a cleanse, and it'll go away. But they refuse to do it because they think that they're being cool. I'm being cool. I don't ever want to be cool. I like being a nerd. I'm good with being a nerd. Being a nerd feels pretty good. Okay. Especially when the demon keeps disrespecting you and then tells you that you're disrespectful. Wait a minute, we're going in circles here. Something ain't right. So then you figure, do you not fight back for what's yours? I think that you should, but I think that also when you feel to the point where, oh my God, it's going to kill me. I feel that they're going to kill me because there's been times where I've sat there and I felt like somebody was literally squeezing my heart, literally squeezing it. Trust me, I know exactly how y'all feel. You want some chocolate? Here you go. So I don't know. And I think all of us, well, some of us have, I know that I put on probably about 15 or 20 pounds. It's your body naturally trying to protect itself too, you know. And people that are demonically possessed, that you've been trying to tell them, look, you're possessed, you're demonically possessed. Can you please get some help? And you can, there's a lot of signs of somebody being demonically possessed. It is. It's a lot of different signs. You know, those demons, they don't like to let you drink water or bathe in water. They don't like to let you do that. And when you see somebody that you care about fucking giving up on their fucking self and giving up on their life, it's like, what the fuck? The shit is traumatizing. It is. And that's what you're feeling. You're feeling that trauma. You're feeling that trauma. See, it's, you know what, obsession definitely is one, but then also there's other signs. Possibly drinking too much, not washing yourself properly, not eating properly, creating campaigns against people that have done nothing to you. Especially if you're dealing with a spiritualist, it's like, oh man, come on now. See, I'm a healer, and people need me here now. People need to have faith in me, and you're trying to make people lose faith in me. What are you doing? And then what people got to realize is that, okay, you know what? First of all, everybody has their own responsibility spiritually. Everybody does. Some people just don't take it. They don't take to it, and it's like it's not about controlling somebody, it's about fuck, you really, really, really need to work on yourself, and they'll mirror that back to you. And it's like, yeah, but I don't sit here every day thinking about what the fuck I can do evil to you like you are. And they'll say, oh, well, I'm not doing anything. It's like, yes, you are. Yes, you are doing something. Yes, you are. Every waking moment of your freaking life, I can see you, you know? And they'll say, oh, you're just crazy. No, I'm just psychic. I can see and feel what it is that you're doing. It's clear that you're doing something. And then you have to uh and the treatments and the curses actually do them good. Sometimes you do have to curse their asses out. You do. Because otherwise they'll never snap out of it. And sometimes that don't even help. That'll just start an argument. They'll argue you down. It's like, it's clearly that you need help. Oh, well, I did that 2 weeks ago, but you still did it. Why'd you do it? Why were you doing everything that you were doing prior to that? Why did you do what you did the past how many ever years? Why do you think that you were doing those things? And they want their ill behavior to discredit you. And it just doesn't make any sense. Right. Create, yep, exactly. Going around slandering them, plotting behind their back, doing sneaky things behind their back, trying to do rituals on you, trying to counteract everything that you're doing. Because they can see you too. This is one of the reasons why sometimes spirit will cloak you with invisibility so that they can't see you or see what you're doing. Because every single spell working that you're trying to do to help yourself, they're trying to counteract it. You try to lift yourself up, they want to kick you down. Because I could feel it. It's like, so what if I put on a few pounds? So what, man? I'm healthy and I'm freaking happy and I'm fucking blessed, man. Why you got to be so negative? The reason why they're so negative is because they are under possession. What the fuck you gonna do? Throw flowers at a demon? You gonna use flower power on a demon? And a lot of y'all are just high level anxiety because of it. And the anxiety is there because number one, you've been strong for so long, but then you love them and you care about them. Okay, or either those energies of the past will come back up, or either their ancestors will be begging for you to continue to help them and don't give up on them. And you thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to look out for myself or look out for this person that doesn't care about themselves? Oh God, no. I would, you know what? The way that they talk about you to other people, and you can hear it. I can hear you. I heard everything that you said to that other person. I heard you, even though I didn't want to hear you. And if you don't like me, or if I'm, you know, subpar, then why are you even talking about me to begin with? So that's my main thing is that I can hear people talking about me. That shit is a trip. That's why I usually will come out the blue with some shit. I will come out the blue with some shit. And, I was telling somebody earlier, I'm not going to let somebody reduce me to some kind of porn actress or something because witchcraft is my first love. You know what I'm saying? But I do plan on doing an OnlyFans to go and discuss some of the deeper, darker stuff over there. And then also for ritual purposes. I was trying to get it set up, but I was having some problems yesterday with doing it. It's like something trying to stop me from doing it. But I definitely do think that a lot of my responses to the personal drama, and then also some of my rituals that are more so too much for YouTube. So I do plan to do that. But am I gonna, do like webcam modeling or something like that? No, because witchcraft is my first love. I don't even know. I don't even have any fucking identity outside of being a witch. Once you truly find yourself within witchcraft, it's something that you can't just turn off. So it's something that the spirit only knows how to perform with its life purpose. Okay. So oh, I'm so tired. I'll be glad when the sun finished going down. And it's about to go down, y'all. It's almost 7:30. I'll be glad when fall gets here. That's my favorite time of the year. I can't wait till we get that cool breeze. The summertime stuff is for the birds. Let's get that good fresh air, you know? So when a demon is attacking you, you cannot care about what the demon is saying. You just have to exercise it. The problem is that it's being blocked by certain sources, handlers, and enablers that are basically acting as Dr. Kevorkians. Because I'm going to tell you something. God only knows what that demon will eventually do to that person. And you try to fight for them. You try to tell them the truth. Hey, you need an exorcism. You need a cleanse. You need to be serious about going through the process. And if they say, no, I don't want to do that, then they need to know the truth. That entity is eventually going to destroy you. Most of us have spirits that are protecting us. If somebody is constantly throwing bad energy at you, constantly throwing bad energy at you like that, eventually somebody's ancestors or spirits are going to step in. They're going to step in right at the last moment before you destroy that person, before you're able to do anything to truly harm them. You know, if you've done that to a person, you can free yourself. But I think that a person that is not ready to apologize, especially if they're extremely toxic, apologies mean I am purging myself of that sin. But I believe that that entity makes people suicidal. That's why they'll tell you crazy stuff like, kill yourself and stuff like that. And I had to clear myself the other day to see that was because somebody had told me to kill myself. And then I told somebody else to kill themselves. So what goes around comes around. Seriously. And then when it comes to a lot of Black men, why are they so compelled to do what each other does, to do what they do, And why don't they see how stupid it looks? Why don't they see that? So, I just use my athame for real and my swords. I've had them up on the wall for a while, but I keep having to fill up this space right here next to my bed because this person consistently every day, every day, a different person, a different conversation. Jamila. Oh, this bitch is this, and that. That. Just constant chatter all fucking day and night. And you can't convince me otherwise. Otherwise, my spirits wouldn't be attacking you right now. If my spirits attack somebody, they have a reason. They have a reason to be doing that. That's just like old girl that I went in on earlier. That's because old girl been sending me shit. She's another empty seater. Okay, sits in a car all day. You know, again, another stupid comment by an ignorant person that has absolutely no idea what's going on. You don't know what's going on, unrest assured. You have absolutely no idea what's going on because you're blind. I'm just gonna let you know that because this person that you're talking about attacks me every day and has been doing the most. Go sit down somewhere. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? All right, let me get you out of the chat. So you notice how they try to make it seem like I think that what you're saying possibly could be true, but it ain't about coming back to me. It's about coming back from that demonic psychosis that he's in. So you saying he's not going to come back from the demonic psychosis? That what you saying? That's what you're saying. You talking about Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore has been in a demonic psychosis since last July. And yeah, he does need spiritual help. Has nothing to do with whether or not we're in a relationship or not, sweetie. It's about the fact that he needs spiritual help. And since everybody that he's around doesn't give a damn about him, that's why he's not getting that spiritual help. So this is not about validation. This is about a person, and we weren't even talking about him necessarily, but he's one of them, huh? I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people in here right now that are dealing with a person with the same behavior of Mr. Moore, right? Let me ask you a question. Has there been anything at all odd about Mr. Moore's behavior and others? You don't think that his behavior has been odd? It's been very odd. Speaking of which, he's one of the people that needs a cleanse. Needs to get in the bathtub. And so do you. What the hell is that? Why is this conversation upsetting you so much that you would have to come in here and mention a person that is literally demonically possessed right now? Like he's possessed. Y'all didn't know that he was under possession? Was anybody aware that my ex has been under possession for quite some time and taking it out on me and attacking me? Like since you're bringing this person up, you didn't notice that he was under demonic possession and attacking me, the most unlikely person that he shouldn't be attacking? Why would I want a person like that around me that is possessed like that? Why would I want that person around me? So clearly, you're very mistaken. You know, got to get it together. Y'all got to get this thing called life together. We're just talking about men like this Mr. Moore character that you're talking about that is under possession. No, it ain't got nothing to do with my no, 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 no. Nah, that ain't got nothing to do with it. That's something else. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I am not responsible for any of the behavior that you've seen. Not at all. I would never want him to make himself look bad like that. He's been making himself look terrible. We're not talking about him, though. Y'all want to talk about him. Y'all want to talk about this man. Y'all want to come in here all the time and talk about this man. Y'all do. And he does need some help. I wouldn't, shit, that man needs some help. Help him. Okay, he needs some help. I ain't got no demon cat. I am a healer. I have a healing energy. You know, it's just a vagina. It's not God or some kind of freaking, vagina is not necessarily the answer. It's work that's needed. These men need work. Oh, thank you, Otterly. Thank you. I wish I could be that way all the time. I wish I could be sweet and kind all the time, but man, I be picking up and seeing some real crazy shit, man, for real. And no, I am not crazy. I know everything that you do. I see everything that he thinks and that a lot of people don't think I see. I see it, baby. And it's crazy because it's been going on for, oh man, like a little over a month. I just keep calm and watch movies is what I do. But I appreciate you. But yeah, they are demonically possessed. A lot of black men are under possession because they're very sensitive, and and then also they were taught this religion, and their families were religious too. So they don't actually end up getting the help that they need. If I were to do actual work on that person, in which he would have to pay me, then he would be okay. But a person has to accept the help. Okay. If somebody is in denial about having a problem, so much so to where everything that is wrong with them or that they perceive as being wrong to them, they project it onto you, then what can you do? What can you do? Can't really do much. The only person that you really have to be responsible for is yourself. So I need to take my allergy medicine, y'all. But I just know that for me, I am very innovative when it comes to spiritual work. My spirits feel as though I am being lied on. They feel like I'm being disrespected. They feel that I'm being unfairly targeted and attacked. And it just, my whole thing about it is that you can't interfere with somebody's life purpose in that way, especially if it's a spiritual purpose. And tell y'all that it just seems like it just the extreme pettiness and the betrayal for no good fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that a lot of people do need to maybe possibly start with Jesus, but then start to take themselves a little bit higher as far as like where they should go with themselves spiritually. And I think that a lot of black males are afraid to go beyond that because they're it's not helping them. I told my father, I said, Dad, how much do you think that religion is helping you when you literally have cancer? Isn't cancer against the Bible? Isn't it? So you try to talk to them and say, hey, but then they continuously just bam, 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 just throwing that negative energy at you, projecting it onto you instead of transmuting it, instead of healing it. They have been given all of the information that they need and they refuse to do it. And it gets very frustrating. So a lot of people out there very, very frustrated. We are tired of our businesses being under attack. We are tired of our spirit being under attack. We are tired of people lying on us and bearing false witness against us. Tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We're tired of the mind games and the gaslighting and the psychological warfare. We're tired of it. A person get tired, they get fed up, especially when this person is running an entire covert operation, claiming that they have nothing to do with it when they do. So, and then entangling you with perverted people and perversions and things that you don't want to be a part of. It's demonic possession, threatening revenge porn on you, crazy stuff. And um I just I just don't get it. So I meant to do an a radio reading today for the channel, but I think I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow. I just don't like it when they spiritually attack the kids. That's all I don't like. You can use some more chocolate. I want some ice cream. I think I'm gonna go down there and get me some ice cream. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna go. Let's see what kind of ridiculousness is going on now. And I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's close to my bedtime. So I've got to go, and the sun is going down finally, thank God. And it's a really nice, cool breeze that's coming in through the window now. So I'm going to go. I hope that I help somebody out there feel better. But the bottom line is that these people need exorcism. I mean, we all can have hangups and hiccups and bad spirits and anger. But anytime somebody is working round the clock, especially if it's somebody that you're supposed to be able to trust, somebody that you're like, well, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing? Then it's very perplexing. Okay, okay, okay. Bye. All right, y'all. If you know somebody that is going through that, that's willing to accept the help, because and sometimes, a lot of times, the people closest to you that you want to help won't accept the help. This is why I've been doing the social distancing thing, because I don't like to see people go down like that. But it is a warning from the spirits. Like, if you are obsessed with trying to hurt somebody and just being real negative like that, that could be signs of a stroke that could be getting ready to happen, or an aneurysm, something terrible happening. So those things can be prevented spiritually. And that's why spirits have been keeping me real calm. I've been very calm and very grounded, even though I've had to get with some folks. People always try to act like, oh, when you're saying something, look, you gotta say whatever you need to say. But at the end of the day, I've been staying grounded through a lot of things that are supposed to upset me or give me a heart attack or something, or a stroke or something, you know. So just make sure that y'all protecting yourselves, because a lot of these people are walking around with entities inside of them. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.